Welcome to the Deep Dive. Great to have you with us. Today, we're really getting into it, tackling that huge question everyone seems to be asking. Will AI replace us all? It's everywhere, isn't it? Shaping, well, pretty much everything. And for this deep dive, we're drawing heavily from a really fascinating interview called Will AI Replace Us All?
It's part of a bigger piece, AI's impact, evolution, not replacement. Our mission today. Simple. Cut through the noise, pull out the key stuff, the insights you actually need, so you can feel genuinely informed.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot topic. And you see the headlines constantly, right? AI stealing jobs, AI writing novels, making art, even diagnosing diseases sometimes better than doctors. It definitely causes some anxiety out there.
For sure. So it leaves you wondering, maybe leaves us wondering, are we looking at mass unemployment down the line, or is it something else? Something more like, I don't know, mass evolution?
That's a great way to frame it. And the core idea from our source material is actually pretty clear on this. It argues AI isn't really set to replace people, not whole individuals anyway, but it absolutely is replacing tasks. Tasks, okay.
Yeah, think about it. Anything super repetitive, very rule-based, data entry, maybe some basic customer service, even bits of coding. AI is getting incredibly good at automating those things, but, and this is the key part, the human strongholds, for now at least, seem to be things like real creativity, emotional intelligence, complex strategic thinking. We still own that space.
Okay, but that, for now, you mentioned, that's the bit that gets me thinking. I mean, we're already seeing things like GPT models writing essays you can barely tell aren't human. Or, coding entire apps, making music that actually sounds good. It feels emotional. So where is that line anymore between what AI can do and what maybe only humans must do? The source suggests it's getting pretty blurry.
It really is blurry, and that leads to, well, maybe the most powerful insight from the material. It kind of flips the script. The idea isn't really AI might replace you. It's more like AI might replace someone who doesn't use AI.
Whoa.
Okay.
Say that again. That feels important.
Yeah. Right. It's worth repeating. AI won't necessarily replace you. It'll replace the person who refuses to adapt, who refuses to learn how to work with AI.
That's a huge reframing. It takes it from this kind of passive fear to, well, something you need to actively engage with.
Exactly. It's a paradigm shift away from viewing AI purely as a threat towards seeing it as a tool, maybe even a collaborator.
Okay, so if that's the case, the obvious next question for anyone listening is how?
Yeah.
How do you adapt? What's the actual move here if you're thinking about your career, your future?
Well, the source lays out some pretty clear strategies.
Yeah.
And the number one thing, learn to collaborate with AI. It's not about trying to outperform it at its own game. It's about synergy. And a really crucial part of that collaboration is mastering prompts. They say prompts are the new skill.
Prompts are the new skill. Okay, so like knowing how to ask the AI the right questions.
Exactly. But it's more than just asking. It's structuring your request, giving context, refining, almost like debugging your conversation with the AI to get exactly what you need. Think of it like learning a new kind of language, a language for interaction with these systems.
So less like playing an instrument yourself, more like conducting an orchestra. You're guiding it.
That's a perfect analogy, yes. And while you're learning that, the other piece is to double down on what makes us uniquely human. Machines can simulate empathy, sure. They can process ethical rules, but they don't feel. They don't have genuine intuition, not like we do.
So things like real empathy, ethical judgment, telling a compelling story.
Yeah.
That's our edge.
That's what the source argues strongly. Those nuanced connections, navigating tricky moral gray areas, crafting narratives that resonate emotionally, that's where our value really lies right now. Machines can't replicate that authentically.
Okay, that brings up a deeper, maybe more philosophical question that the source touches on. You mentioned empathy, feeling. Could AI ever actually be conscious? Like truly self-aware?
The big one. Well, based on everything we know now, the answer is pretty much no. But the source does throw out this really interesting idea. It asks, if you train an AI on literally everything humans have ever recorded, every word, thought, action, feeling expressed, is the result consciousness? Or is it just the ultimate mirror reflecting humanity back at us?
That's a fascinating distinction. A perfect mirror versus actual awareness. Or, and this is where my mind goes a bit sideways, maybe we are just incredibly complex biological algorithms ourselves. Did that blow the line even more?
That's exactly where the line gets incredibly blurry, isn't it? It forces us to question our own definitions of consciousness, of self, of what it means to be human. It goes way beyond just job tasks at that point.
It absolutely does. So thinking broader than just work, AI is obviously seeping into everything. What about other areas like, say, politics or art or even our relationships. Any quick takes on those from the source?
Yeah, they offer some rapid-fire thoughts. For politics, the take was essentially dangerous but inevitable. The potential for manipulation, misinformation at scale. It's a serious concern, but it seems unavoidable.
And art.
That was described as beautiful and threatening.
Intriguing combination.
Right. It opens up amazing new creative possibilities, but at the same time, it challenges our whole notion of human creativity and authorship.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And relationships.
The insight there was simply already happening.
Already happening. Wow.
Yeah, just think about it. How many people name their Alexa or talk to Siri like a person or get attached to sophisticated chatbots? It's weaving into our social fabric in ways we're still figuring out.
Yeah. No comment on naming my devices.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring it back. Circling back to where we started this whole deep dive. The big question, will AI replace us all? What's the final verdict from the source material?
The final thought, the real takeaway, is powerful and, I think, quite empowering. It's not if we evolve faster than it does. Use it. Don't fear it.
Not if we evolve faster. Use it. Don't fear it. That really lands, doesn't it? It puts the power, the agency, back in our hands. It's not about being passive victims of technological change. It's about actively choosing to adapt, to integrate, to learn. So for you listening, maybe the question isn't if AI will change things, but how you'll change with it. How can you actively evolve faster? What are those unique human skills, empathy, creativity, strategy that you can lean into even more? And what new skills, maybe like mastering those prompts we talked about, will you pick up to make AI your tool, your collaborator, instead of your replacement?
It really comes down to that final piece of advice from the source. Stay curious, stay human.